The negativity and the spirit of Mistress Claressa Shields has got LATTO, 21 Savage, Pap, and others coming out their body. Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. So, today we are talking Claressa Shields. Surprise, surprise. AKA Pap's Mistress. AKA Pap's Entanglement. AKA Pap's Pick Me. AKA Pap's Side Chick. Or as Chris Cyborg would say, it is duck hunting season. Can we talk about Cardi B being right about LATTO? Can we talk about Cardi B being right about LATTO, that she is fake AF? She is phony baloney. She has been getting drug up and through here as the mistress that she is for at least the past couple of years. And more recently, former NFL player Le'Veon Bell called her out as well. When she had that music video drop and she couldn't show 21 Savage, he couldn't show his face, he could only show his hands rubbing her belly. They have not been spotted out together, but we know she has multiple tattoos of him on her. The only time he does come out to show any support is an Instagram story that is going to expire in 24 hours. You know, the same thing that Pap has done today with the whole Pinocchio thing. And again, I don't know who you're talking about because you didn't put a name attached. So is Cam Newton Pinocchio? Is Claressa Pinocchio? Is Charleston White Pinocchio? Who's Pinocchio? Or is that shade to your wife, Remy? Say her name. Put a name on it so Remy Ma can drag you some more. I find it interesting now that LATTO is being dragged through the mud. She now wants to acknowledge that she is performing Claressa Shields' ring walk after almost an entire week after Claressa made that announcement. After Selena made that announcement. What were you waiting for? The down payment? Were you waiting for the check to clear? Because you're chronically online. You've been online. You're online every day. You're online every day, LATTO. Always in those Instagram-y stories. So you can't tell me, as much as Claressa Shields is chronically online, that you did not know 5 days ago when that post went out that you were announced to do the ring walk. But I see through you. I see through your game. You wait until the block is hot on you. You wait until the internet is not on your side to pop out. But my question to you is the same question I have for fellow mistress Claressa Shields, is why are y'all being so out loud about married men who are not giving y'all the same energy? And I peeped 21 Savage. Gonna do a little posty post, a repost of your post with you and the baby by yourself. No family photos in sight. Talking about some my wifey and you got a whole wife out here. No. So what has happened, y'all? Like I said, Cardi B was 150% right about LATTO. That she is fake. She is absolutely fake. Just like when her and Cardi had their issue and Cardi reached out to everybody on LATTO's side, family, friends, her team, to apologize, and LATTO ignored it. But then wanted to try to diss Cardi back on her album that nobody listened to. That the album came and left Billboard. Same thing you're doing with Claressa. You know you don't like Claressa Shields. But when Charleston White, like I said, I didn't understand, LATTO, why you're doing all this. Do you know that Claressa's best friend, Nene, that Pap's daughter, Chanel, liked the post of Charleston White calling you out? and throwing shade at Claressa Shields, but you're still gonna do her ring walk? No. It's giving rock bottom. So Latto wanted to come out and clear the air and basically say that she's not Claressa Shields. So we have a couple of clips that we've got to get into, courtesy of Live Bites, and we also have to get a response from 21 Savage's wife that really was not much of a response, but a response indeed. So let's get into the first clip.
I'll let y'all be loud and wrong for too long. I ain't fucking no married man, bitch.
And again, just because you're saying this is the same thing Claressa tells us. But as we know, Pap is not legally single. So legally, if 21 Savage is still married, regardless of what's going on in y'all little sister wife situation, he technically is still, Latto, a married man. Because 21 Savage has yet to come out himself and say that he is divorced, that he is legally single. I find it interesting in both of these situations, you and Claressa want to come out and go so hard for a man that is not as out loud for y'all. Let's continue.
You old, ugly, scrawny, country bitch. Bitch. Talking about walking. What this bitch say? Talking about acting like I'm a boss. Bitch! And watch your mouth with that bitch word. Bitch! Bitch! Listen here, you little bitch boy. Let me tell you one thing, bitch. You older than my mama and my daddy. Bitch! That baby. When it comes to that baby, don't say nothing. I don't even want to hear the word baby in my name in a sentence. Bitch. Little boy. I'll let y'all be loud and wrong for too long.
So you're going to the Claressa Shields School of Response, which is attack people's looks, attack people's age, and say that y'all have been lying on me and everything else for too long, but y'all don't want to tell us what the truth is. Y'all don't want to tell us what the real story is, but what I don't understand is why you're the spokesperson for someone else's marriage anyways. Why you and Claressa feel that it is appropriate to speak on Pap and Remy's marriage or 21 Savage and his wife's marriage. Let's continue.
Ain't fucking no married man, bitch. Bitch! You loud and wrong, bitch boy. Old ass, broke ass nigga. I am a boss. I could buy you, your wife, your girlfriend, your kids. Bitch. Not a nigga. Me, the boss.
Quickly before I give my response, also 21 Savage's wife got on live right after Mistress Latto, you know what I'm saying? Just right here to grace us with her presence, you guys, and say a whole lot of nothing. Now, the music is going to be muted for copyright reasons, but let's take a watch. So that is 21 Savage's alleged wife giving us looks and no tea. But popped out after Latto did that crash out live to let us know that as the wife, she's going to remain poised. She's going to remain cool, calm, and collected. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't expecting a side baby to bring into this situation and try to mess up the happy home. But she's not going to be crashing out on the internet and all of the things. And like I said earlier in the video, 21 Savage posted a story that is going to expire in 24 hours. But it wasn't even a repost of any of LATTO's recent posts that is promoting her new single, that is promoting herself, or any of the sort. He reposted on the album release date, May 29th, that post of LATTO by herself with a child. But that was the same day the album came out. You know, the same album that is the love letter to a married man, that is the same album that 21 Savage is featured on. So to me, this was not in support of this entanglement. This was to try to push some album sales off of what Charleston White said. No. Like you went back to May 29th, specifically when the album came out, to repost that particular post. You're not slick, 21 Savage. Everything that you have reposted about LATTO has been in relation to this album, and you wanted to confirm the baby. That is where it starts. That is where it ends. And Pap posting a Pinocchio image and some nonsense and some foolishness. If you're not going to put a name on it, Pap, if you're not going to say what you're talking about, and you're just going to try to do subliminals like Claressa, you could keep it in the drafts. You could keep it in the archives. We didn't need to see it. But this is what happens, you guys, when you associate yourself with the likes of Claressa Shields. All of your tea is going to be blown up. The whole spot is going to be blown up. But again, like I told y'all, Le'Veon Bell and others called this out when LATTO first announced her pregnancy, that this wasn't it. And LATTO was nowhere to be found. The Breakfast Club attempted to ask her such questions, but LATTO basically was of the what's understood doesn't need to be explained, and it's not for me to say y'all gotta ask 21 Savage. How come nobody's been able to locate 21 Savage to ask him the questions that we need to know? Why is LATTO being the spokesperson of 21 Savage's marriage? Why is Claressa Shields being the spokesperson for Pap and Remy's marriage? Y'all don't find that weird? Y'all don't find that bizarre? That if these men really wanted to be done with their wives, really wanted to break free from their wives, and this is opposite situations. 21 Savage's wife is unknown to us. She's not a celebrity. But he has a baby outside of the marriage with a celebrity. Pap is still married to an A-list celebrity and has a side chick who is trying to consider herself and trying to elevate herself and platform herself as an A-list celebrity. But professionally, she is a female boxer. But she thinks on her mind that she is on the same level and same playing field as a Remy Ma, as a LATTO. It is not clocked for her. It hasn't clicked for her that the internet is laughing at her. And the people that are supporting Claressa Shields, I just got a question to ask y'all. Are y'all mistresses too? Do y'all go after people's men, married men and all the things? Is that what y'all doing out here? I just want to know. I just want to know. Because how is it you can support somebody that has repeatedly attacked black women, including Layla Ali, Alicia Baumgartner, Franchon Cruz, Shadesha Green, the lady who had the 4 kids at the toy drive, when she came out, when she got backlash for, I believe it was her 30th birthday party photo shoot, and people were going in saying she needed a stylist, she needed to get her style game up, and she said that the only people who critique her and criticize her are light-skinned black women. Remember all of that? But a lot of people don't want to talk about that on these interviews, on these podcasts. They don't want to talk about Claressa Shields' behavior on this internet. But they will ring around the rosy on these Pap and Claressa questions, which tells me they also are not that interested in Claressa Shields as a boxer. And from what I saw of the Cam Newton interview, I believe, you know what I'm saying, they really didn't dive deep into why Claressa is not facing a big-time opponent. They didn't scratch that surface, or her being banned from MVP Promotions, or Alicia Baumgartner. But again, I think I have 20 or 30 more minutes left because it was like an hour and 20-minute interview. But I didn't see any questions regarding any of that. There was a lot of BS and a lot of foolishness. And I'm still trying to figure out if Claressa Shields potentially is eyeing Cam Newton as her next target. Because I don't understand why we have that type of dress on if you're supposedly locked down with a married man who doesn't want to divorce his wife. Like this whole sex kitten stuff and trying to advertise for other men and trying to appear sexy and have sex appeal for other men when you're supposedly locked in with a married man who doesn't want to divorce his wife and sees you on a, whenever there's lights, camera, action basis. It's really the audacity. But now fellow mistress LATTO has entered the chat, even though Claressa's friends are liking the comments by Charleston White because they did not listen to the entire video of Charleston White also throwing shade at Claressa that she is the type of mistress that every black woman should aspire to be. That this is all that they are good for. I guess Nene and Pap's daughter missed that part of the video, or they did see that part of the video and still like that video. Did LATTO see that as well? Because Claressa booked you. You know what I'm saying? But again, you waited almost a week to even acknowledge this ring walk performance. To make it seem as though, listen, I got motion, and then you had 21 Savage promote your album again and call you wifey, but he's got a whole wife. You know what I'm saying? Just like Claressa calls Pap her hubby, and calls Pap's older daughter that's not too many years apart in her from age, her stepdaughter, while Pap still legally has a whole wife that technically would be her stepmom and not Claressa. But these are the games y'all like to play. These are the delusions that these new age mistresses try to manipulate the internet on. Because they think, because they have access to somebody's husband that does not want to be legally single from his wife, that this is a relationship that needs to be supported, that this is a relationship that the internet needs to get behind. And I will tell y'all, you know what I'm saying, forever, ever. Until a man is legally single, there is a divorce decree, there is a custody arrangement, child support, alimony, if applicable. That is a married man. And all this rah, you're doing over this married man, and he's not even doing that same energy. 21 Savage nor Pap has come forward to say that they're legally single. And the wife comes out smiling and grinning because she knows what it is. She knows she's not going anywhere when it's all said and done. All of y'all look goofy. Y'all look silly. Y'all look absolutely silly. And what Claressa won't address is Remy saying Pap wants half of her earnings. Pap's not going to move forward with any divorce until he gets half of her earnings. And you, Claressa, keep putting Pap on the Jumbotron, alleging that he has all this money because you do not want to confirm that he's actually broke. If I broke, he ain't got it. Because then that makes you look like an idiot for making all of these sacrifices for a married man. Giving up your friends and your family, all for a married man that is playing the HELL out of you. So you think you're doing something by alleging that Pap has a career, that Pap makes his own money, that Pap does all of this and all of that, and all you're doing is helping Remy's case. Because if Pap is alleging that he is too broke to take care and support himself and needs Remy's money, needs half of her earnings, that is opposite of what you're trying to present to the internet, that he doesn't need Remy's money, that he has a job, that he has income, that he mysteriously has a place in New York, and all of this and all of that, which would indicate to me there's no reason for this divorce not to be over a long time ago. You're literally giving the arguments, Claressa, in that Cam Newton interview, the way you hyped up that married man, that there's no reason for him to still legally be married. If he allegedly has money in his own motion and allegedly has a job, why is he dragging this thing out with Remy? Because he doesn't want the divorce. And he does not like the fact that this wife that he thought was going to stumble without him, and y'all were going to be the it factor. Y'all were going to be the it couple that was going to get all this money, all these brand deals, all these opportunities. Remy still has elevated and surpassed y'all, and y'all can't take it. Remy's the one getting all the paid gigs and all the paid opportunities. Y'all don't get paid to go on a red carpet or to go on an interview or any of the sort. All of that is bringing free money and clicks and views to the platform you're going to. That's what you're really upset about. And that's why Pap doesn't want to let go, because he miscalculated. And he thought that Remy was going to be broke and destitute without him, because he wanted to victimize himself as though he was the brains behind the operation, when we all knew it was Remy. Remy was the one with the go-getter mentality. Remy was the one that wanted to make all of the things happen. And now you are seeing that Pap has to attach himself to the more successful black woman to make anything shake. But this is a sinking ship, and Pap knows that. So ultimately, that is all I got for this video. I want to hear from y'all about Latto's crash out. About Latto's, sister wife, if you will, or as I would like to say, 21 Savage's wife, basically giving us looks. Basically, coming on and smiling after Latto's crash out. Latto saying a whole lot of nothing. That everybody's been lying on me for too long. I'm not effing a married man like Claressa. And she finally confirms that she's doing the ring walk. But like I said, like Cardi B called out a long time ago, she only wants to confirm things or address things with other celebrities when the block is hot on her, when there is heat on her. Everything is always calculated with Latto. Whereas this announcement that Latto's been performing the ring walk has been out for a whole week. And Latto's online, like I said, every day, posting stories, posting content, all of the things. So she definitely saw the announcement as much as Claressa tags her and plays her music. She just didn't want to be associated with Claressa Shields because it's embarrassing for her. But now that her tea is out here, once again, and she's getting drug up and through this internet, she felt compelled to confirm that and also have a crash out herself. So there's that for this video. I need y'all to do me the biggest favor, and that is to hype the video. Hype the video, please. Hype the video like you never hyped a video before in your life. There is that. That is it. That is all. It's todos es final. It's finito. It's the end of the road. It's the end of the line for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post the content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.